know, my game just keeps, my console keeps crashing. So I had to take it apart. It wasn't dirty.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Shut up, Siri. um, so I had to reset my licenses. Um, I don't know what else to do. Hopefully this works. If not, oh well. I may just have to stop playing games. Hopefully. Hopefully it works this time. I don't know what else to do. See, and then the grass is disappearing. I don't know why it's not dropping grass. There's no grass. There we go. See? It just disappears, the grass. See, no grass. It don't make no sense. Look at that. It just disappears. Where is the grass? Why is it not putting down a line of grass? Okay, well, we got to sell this thing. Okay, it doesn't work. If you guys are out there and you don't want the music, let me know. I'll turn it off. I kind of like the jam a little bit, you know. If you don't want it, I will turn it off. Just let me know. I've turned it down as much as I can. Oh, there's a tree around here somewhere. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can buy. Well, we need something to mow with, so let's check. I know that works. Man, my eyes are so blurry, I can't see any of this right here. I can't read none of it. $22,000. I can afford none of this.
Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Got the belt like a king, heavyweight champion of the whole damn thing, yo. Full of gas, full of spin, Jekyll and Hyde, you're the evil twin. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down, no, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down. No, you're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down, no, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down.
What does this do? That's just a little tractor. See, that's got 50 horsepower. Let me see, does it have, what type of doodad? We've got a 3-point hitch. All right. Three-point hitch. 3 meters, 2.4. $60. And then how much was the okay, all right, let's get our first tractor here. It's just red. Oh. Like that. So that's 3,000. All right, let's buy that. And then let's get us a mower. Needs, that one has 18,000. I can't afford it. Let's get the get this one. Three-point hitch. Hopefully this is a three-point. Yeah, three-point hitch. I think this will work. Got $9,000 left. Did I buy it? Yep. All right, let's see about a forage wagon. Where's my forage wagons? Ooh, 12. I need another couple of trees. I'll make sure it falls correctly. What's going on there? I want the radio, but I don't think anybody else does, so sadly, I have to turn it off. I don't know which one of them has the tree branch still attached to it. Somewhere in here. Alright, there we go. You can just sell them at full length, but you get more money out of them if you sell them cut into certain lengths. It's just for some reason they pay you more. I think it's because you think about how the sawmills deal with them. They cut them into certain size boards. If they're already pre-cut, they give you more money for them. Because they don't have to cut them again, I guess, into different sizes. That's how I understand it anyway. What? We didn't. Oh, we're back up to 22 grand. Let's leave this over here for now. Should be able to buy the forage harvester now. Let me make sure I bought it. I got the mower, I got the tractor. Now we need a forest harvester. Let's get our forage wagon. Man, I cannot see. Trailers. Alright, that'll work. Can add that to it later if we want to. Yeah, let's add it now. does that mean? Okay. Yeah, well, my PlayStation shut itself off. It just turned completely off. And I'm not sure as to why. I took it apart and looked inside of it, and it wasn't dirty or anything. I still cleaned it. And then I'm hoping that took care of it. So I sold the other lawnmower because it was not working. It wouldn't throw the grass out for some reason. I'm hoping that I fixed it. Well, I'm wanting to pick the grass up is the thing. I need to sell it. It's the only thing that I've got that I can sell right now. And if I can't sell the grass, I won't have anything that I can make any money off of to continue the challenge. Yeah, sheep and cows, different animals eat grass. Oh, there's the stump. Yep, I'm running into another stump. I appreciate you for coming back, Gray. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Hay is dried grass, which we will be doing at some point, because you get more money out of the dried grass than you do just regular grass. And some animals will eat both. Like, you got to mix hay and grass. And silage together to get particular type of cow feed. I need to remove these tree stumps. They're getting in my way. That's right. We will eventually be growing wheat. Yeah, farming is a form of alchemy for sure. Yeah. The ancients called it alchemy, and the modern people, we call it chemistry. Same thing. Well, we got our first tractor though, which is a good thing. It's a huge first step. Uh-oh. Another stump. I think, personally, I believe that everything was planned out. There's no way that it was just a random occurrence. The math, even the scientists that study quantum physics and the math behind the universe, it could not have been random. It's just too perfectly orchestrated for it not to be. If our planet was just even the smallest bit closer or further away from the sun, life would not exist here. That's how perfect it is. I mean, it is. even the smallest amount. And the degree at which the Earth sits on its axis, also gives us the 4 seasons, which makes the majority of our planet habitable. Oh no, I believe that's another thing. There's no way that the universe only has one planet that harbors life. It's just impossible. Mathematically, it's probable there's probably 10 million or more worlds in our galaxy, just in our galaxy alone. But they're so far away, it could take up to 1,000 years to travel. Some of them even at light speed, if they were traveling at light speed, would still take hundreds of years to get to our planet from their star system. Oh. There are, let's see, I think there's a total of 8 major planets, and then there's like 4 minor planets. They no longer classify as planets, they're dwarf planets. Just in our solar system. And some of the moons of the larger planets are the size of planets. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is that not really. Some of them are like water worlds. Titan, and then Europa. Some of the planets, they're planet-sized freaking moons that orbit Saturn, Jupiter, and Uranus. They're very large, and some of them are water. They're instead of just rocks. Yep. Europa and Titan, well, not Titan. Europa is almost all water. It's covered in water and then frozen in ice. Like the top of the planet or the moon's surface is a sheet of ice. And then underneath of it is just water. They're thinking that's one of the most likely places that life in our solar system exists beyond Earth is Europa. They're planning on sending a probe to drill into the ice and see if they can sample the water underneath of it and see if there's any microbes. Let's see if this thing will actually pull this trailer. It is barren, yeah. The ground, that's where some of the grass didn't, for some reason, didn't pick up. I like these older style tractors and equipment. What we'll do is I'm going to look to see what it costs to build a silage fermenter. I might buy one of them if I can afford it, because you make more money selling the fermented grass than you do just regular grass. So it is indeed. A lot of people don't realize that astronomy, the study of the sky, and farming have a lot to do with one another. If it wasn't for the ancient astronomers studying the patterns of the sky, the sun, and the moon, farming wouldn't have been as as possible. It wouldn't have been as efficient because the astronomers, the ones that studied the stars in the sky, are the ones that helped decide when the plants would go in the ground and when they should pull them up out of the ground. I would say so. I would say so. Especially when your tractor will only go this fast when pulling a machine. It takes forever to get stuff done. Oh no! Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh God. Almost wrecked my tractor. That would not have been good. Yeah. I wouldn't have the money to get the tractor out. That's what I'd be afraid of. I'd have to sell it, and I wouldn't have enough money to buy it again. There used to be, I can't remember if there's a reset button in the menu where I can reset the vehicles back to the shop if I need be. I just can't remember how to do it. I haven't played the game in a while. But truck drivers also get, it's called, I think it's called highway hypnosis. If you're driving too long staring at the road, your brain kind of like shuts off. Your body still stays awake, but your mind kind of goes to sleep, which is dangerous. Let's see. Schematic for an ant farm and letting the ants build up. That would be cool. There is a new game where you play as an ant and build an ant colony. There is an old game too called Spore. It was a computer game where you start out as a single-celled organism and evolve into more complex forms of life until you can go from the water into the land. And then, yep, Spore, yeah, dude. Spore is awesome. I wish they'd redo it, you know, make it again for consoles. Remaster it, make it even more. I think they like. It was only one iteration of the game. They should have kept going with that franchise. Modernize it, update it, come up with some new mechanics, make it better graphics. They'd sell millions of copies of it, dude. I guarantee it. Because I loved Spore. Spore was fun. Biology was one of my favorite things to learn. I studied a lot of things like biology, physics, chemistry. Sociology, anthropology, world history. We started out as fungus. According to the way that evolution says life evolved, we were fungus at one point. We share more DNA with a mushroom than we do most of the animals on the planet. Believe that or not. I never played The Last of Us. But I have eaten a lot of fungus in my life. Yeah, a lot of people really liked it. I think what it was the story. You know what I'm saying? People getting invested into the characters and I think that's what people liked about it, really. Because as far as gameplay, I didn't see too much of the gameplay, so I don't really know how well it was. I didn't play it. They should make zombie games where you're the zombie. You know? That would be funny. Yeah, I don't think they've ever thought about that. You know, imagine that. From the other point of view, you know? Alright, this thing is almost filled up, so let me turn. Alright. Let me pick up. Turn it off. Alright, let's see. I want to go into construction mode. I want to go to landscape. Plants. Get rid of these bushes. Oh yeah. Wait till you see how long it takes for this grass to grow back so I can cut it again. Alright, let's see. I need... Nope. Not at all. Let's see. Need to find... can't remember where it is. Where is it? Silo. Need to buy. It's a fermentation silo. I know I've got it somewhere. Let me think. Where would it be? I think it's under sheds. It has to be under silos. I bought a fermenter. I believe in reincarnation. Even scientifically speaking, there is no creation or destruction of anything in the universe. It only transforms from one thing to another. So you cannot lose anything. So you existed before you were in your body, and you will exist after your body won't hold you anymore. So that's what I believe anyway. And that's based on science. There's no destruction. Entropy is so it transforms from one thing into another, right? So it breaks into smaller and smaller pieces. Entropy is when the universe itself is spreading apart in like large distances. It gets further and further apart, and the sun uses up its energy. It converts the gases from one gas into another until there's no more gas left, and then there's a mass, a solid mass. So it didn't lose anything, it just transformed it from one thing into another. And eventually it will burn out. There won't be any more gas for it to burn. I can't seem to find it. Would be under... The new one? No. I can't find it. I know I have it. I just don't know where it is. Well, so that is the cutting edge of scientific research at the moment, even in the quantum physics. They're looking into what is consciousness. Consciousness is the only thing that we know is us, right? So the thing that animates the body, what is moving the body, is the question, right? What is consciousness? Is what they're looking for right now, is to figure out what makes us mobile. Like, matter, yeah, it creates the body, but what animates it? What moves it? The quantum particles, they're still looking to figure out why they act the way they do. And consciousness has something to do with it. The idea that I, like, what is I? Right? We look at the hand and we go, that is my hand. Right? Who is me? What is that? Consciousness. They do not. They still don't know. Like, they really don't. I mean, it's all one giant mystery. Scientifically speaking, physically speaking, you truly do not observe the world around you. The only thing you're doing is interpreting a signal that's coming in from sense organs like your ears, your eyes, your tongue, or whatever. It's a signal sent to your brain. Yep. Science can say stuff like how a thing happens. They can't say why a thing happens. They know that if you do this, this happens. But they can't explain why it does it. Yep, that's it. Shakespeare. Yep. What is a rose by any other name? I'm not going to have enough to buy the silo. I liked Shakespeare, actually, but I like poetry. So, and a fruit has the seeds on the inside. That's what makes a fruit a fruit. A fruit, also, by definition, must come from the result of a flower being pollinated. A vegetable would be potato, carrot. Bananas are a berry. But they started out as a berry, but they became a fruit because we messed with them. They do have seeds. They used to have seeds on the inside, but we've messed with them to the point where they no longer have visual seeds. Bananas are mostly cloned. They all come from the same mother tree. A tomato is a fruit. Well, I mean, not like in a laboratory cloned. You can take the branch off of a tree or root cutting off of a tree, and it will plant it in the ground, and it will become a clone. It's still the same tree. It's just in a different location. That's what they. That's how they used to. What was considered a clone before they started using, genetics in a laboratory, DNA or whatever, to clone a thing. Yep. Well, biologically, it's not like we copy them. It's like a combination. So when the DNA sequence interacts with the two parents' DNAs, kind of like combined together, like a jigsaw puzzle. Pieces, a little bit of this and a little bit of that from mommy and a little bit of that from daddy, and we get a full person. Oh man, we're not gonna make enough. Yeah, DNA is complicated, man. Dionucleic acids. Ooh. Something is not working. Come on. Why is it not working? Yep, acids. Yep, dinucleic acid. Why is acid in there? That's a good question. Acids are in protein chains. All right, we've got 15,000. I don't have enough to. May have enough to make a silage pit. All right, 15 grand, huh? How much does it cost to make a... What's up, Locky Way? How you doing, friend? There they are. 30 grand. Well, thank you for stopping in, my friend. I truly appreciate it. We are doing a challenge on an island. I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet you do. Thank you, Lucky. What? What? Hey, Locke, guess what? You are the 500th, my 500th sub, bro. I want to congratulate you and thank you so much, my friend. Dude, we just hit 500 subs. Thank you, Locke. Hey. That's freaking awesome, bro. It's been 8 years I've been working on this YouTube channel, and you just pushed me over my 500 subs, my dude. Yeah. I wish I had money. I'd give you something, but I don't have any money, man. I would love to be able to give you like a gift certificate or something, but I can't. Can barely afford groceries. Ooh. But dude, thank you so much, man. That really helps me beyond measure, my friend. Beyond measure. You just don't know. You just don't know how much I appreciate you. Makes me happy. Let's see. Where can I put this? I don't want to put it there. Let's put it over here. How close can I get to that? Alright, we are broke. My dude, it really does. I can't tell you how grateful I am to you and appreciative. I truly appreciate it. Beyond words, dude. Like I said, it's been I think it's been more than 8 years I've been working this YouTube channel. And finally hit 500 subs. That's a heck of an achievement, in my eyes anyway. I remember the first time I hit 100 subs. You know, I was like ecstatic. So we're going to sell some of this grass to make me some more money. But I need to buy a wagon. But Locke, right now what we're doing is I'm on this island in the middle of nowhere. And my goal is to go from nothing. I started with just a simple scythe, a shovel, and a wheelbarrow. And I'm from Kentucky. Well, this game is, it's just chill, you know? It's just chill. I don't always play the farming game. I've went from, in the last few months, we've done Fallout, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Diablo. Over the span of my channel, I've done all kinds of games. Dark Souls. But this is one of my favorites. It's like just a simple, chill. I've been playing it since, I think, 19? I think I had Farming Sim 19, and then this one, 22. I'm looking forward to getting 25 when I can afford it. But you're right, there's not a lot of live streamers. There might be some doing Farm Sim 25. There's not a lot of people live streaming on YouTube anymore. They're mostly on Twitch, TikTok. Yeah. I know there's a lot doing Farming Sim 25. I love Dark Souls. I love Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and 3, even Elden Ring. I've done them all, man. I even did Bloodborne. FromSoft makes some of my favorite games, man. Yeah, Lockie? That's cool, man. I used to run my own farm, multiplayer farm called Family Farm. We had, at one point, I think on my Discord, I had like 75 people, and we would have 16 people on the farm at all times. And then it slowly dwindled, you know. People stopped coming, and I had to stop paying for it. It's hard to get good administrators, man. Yep. I was running it by myself for the longest time, and then I decided to let other people become admins to help me when I wasn't on. And then, you know, people's egos and stuff, people started mistreating people and bullying people, and it was just more hassle than it was worth. It was a good time though. While I was, while it was going, it was a good time. Had a good amount of people. Had some funny people that really enjoyed playing with on a daily basis. But I might have, useful, like, if more people end up tuning in and staying and engaged and watching, I may have more opportunities to have people coming in to help me, if they own the game. Could be a thing. Yeah, it's a lot. It was always hard to find the right people because the people that really wanted to be admins, it made me nervous because people that desire power over others do not make good leaders, man. They do not make good leaders. They end up, becoming bullies. And that's what happened. Quite a few of the people that were helping me run the thing, they just mistreated people while I wasn't there. We started out with a very small farm, and then over the span of almost a year, like less than a year, it was maybe 6-7 months, we ended up having the entire map. We bought the entire map. I may end up having to take a loan out. I don't want to. Alright, let's see how much this grass is worth. It's almost a half of a wagon of grass. Again, Locke, thank you so much for your sub, my friend, and hanging out with me. You hit me over that 500 mark, and I truly appreciate it, my dude. Hopefully you come back, and you have a good day. Yes, people farm cactus. That's what they make tequila out of, Gray. Agave cactus. Aloe vera. They farm that. Another one's called pawpaw. Not pawpaw. What's that? Not pawpaw. Yeah, tequila is made from agave. It's a blue agave. It's a blue cactus that makes, it's very sweet. Locke, you have a great day, brother. I will hopefully see you soon. Alright, I want to see something here. I got, no more trees. I think I got Tree Be Gone, didn't I? I did not. Where is it? Some of the, some of my mods did not load for some reason. Let me save, quit, and then let me check my mods real quick. Yeah, I love those. I love those shows, man. All right, Gray. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you spending time with me. I hope you have a great day, okay? Mm. All right, I need a stump remover. Forestry equipment. Oof. Let's see, how much is to rent this thing? I need 150 horsepower. All right, I can't do that. What can I do? What can I do? I need a way to remove the stumps. And that's the only one that I got, right? $200, 150. Ooh, what's this? What's that? Is that a stump remover? I think it is. I can't even lease it. There's really not that much grass left, is there? see it. Where is it? I see it there. I need to check to see if I have it set at 1-day seasons or 3. I don't think I can get much closer with that without it being on their property. I don't know where my property line is. Oh, if it's your first time here, welcome. We're doing a challenge on this island. My ultimate goal is to make $1 million income a month. Once we hit $1 million a month, and we have to expand this island. As we go. So we're going to need to set up some passive income sources, which I'm thinking, I like honey is one of my favorites to like just get a little bit of money every month. Might throw down some electric generators. A little bit of wind, a little bit of solar. That'll give us a little bit of income. We started with absolutely nothing but a scythe, a shovel, and a wheelbarrow. And in our first day, we managed to get enough together to grab us a little tractor, a forage wagon, and a mower. So we're well on our way. I made enough money to put in a fermenting silo. So we'll be able to make, we'll be able to turn this grass into silage, which should sell quite a bit more than what we're selling the grass for. A lot of these challenge runs pretty much start the same way. You gotta cut some trees down, mow some grass, so you can get some silage. Once we can get into some silage, we'll be able to make a lot more money. We can buy more equipment and expand our island a little bit. Welcome, friends. I love these older tractors. They're just cute. They remind me of the tractors I grew up with in Kentucky. On farm. The little tratters. Alright, save it. Once we can afford it, we gotta mulch this field. We gotta cut the stumps out. Eventually, we'll plow it, and then we'll plant actual grass. Oh, that's gonna stick me. Oh, alright, I was able to drive over the stumps. Good. Mower won't do it, but forage wagon will. Spend the rest of this money I think I'm gonna paint grass all over the area where there used to be, looks like roads. Well, let's see. How much is a trailer? $2,000. Oh, I don't have enough money. And no more trees to cut. Might have to take out a loan. I'm not sure. Not much I can do with 1,300. Maybe get some beehives going. I'm not sure. Alright, let's see what our time schedule's set at. 1 day a season. Let's see how much we got in our silo. Alright, where's my production? Oh man, I didn't even have it on. Alright, making silage. Let's see, what else can we build? What do we got? Let's go to animals, bees. 1,500. We could get one beehive. And no place to put it. We need more than that. Just 500. Need a place to actually. That's 200. 1,300 is the cheapest we got. 1,300. So. We can put a beehive. Let me see, where can I put it? See, I knew this land wasn't ours back here. It's so close to the edge. We can put beehives back here. What else can we get? Instead of that, can we do... See, a wind turbine? How much would one of them cost us? 2,000? 2,000. Can't afford any of these. So bees is about all we can get, really. Low maintenance. Can put a beehive right there. And then we need a cell location. Let's see, $400 left. Need a beehive pallet spawner. If we put the spawner, we don't own it. Crap. Where can we put it? Okay, for now, that's all we can afford. And let's sleep. check on our thing here. Looks like we have some silage. So let's check what we got. We do have silage. Uh-huh. Alright, now let's see. If we're lucky, we can fill this forage wagon. If not, we're going to have to take out a loan. Nice. First wagon load of silage. Let's see how much we can make. Oh, before we do this, hold on. I wanted to do something because there's a little trick when we get out of this bad boy. Since we're close to no money, what we'll do, we need to paint. Grass. Crap. All right, that isn't what we wanted to do, I guess. Alright, let's see how much we got left in their bunker. 31,000. That took 20,000 out. 20,000 for 5,000. Let me think. Alright, that's 14 grand. Alright, let's see. I need a stumper. We got to remove those frickin' stumps. Let me go to, where are they? Forestry equipment. Oh, yeah. So that's going to cost us $500. Is that total? $1,370. Shoosh. All right. Let's find the tree stuff. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why is it not working? Make sure I don't miss any before I put this back. I don't see any more stuff. Go ahead and see. We got 13,000. What else can we get? We're starting to produce honey. All right, grass is ready to cut. We're producing honey. Not a very good return on our investment, but oh well. Let me see what we got. All right, guys, I'm going to call the stream here for now. And we'll pick it up again on the next one. We've made quite a bit of headway today. We've got our first tractor, some mowing equipment. We got a forage wagon, fermentation silo, and some honeybees. So we're well on our way. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do so. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.